Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan from Seaway Sports Lounge, and well, as you can see, I'm in a bit of a more relaxed mode tonight. In this video, I'm going to be going over, well, actually, this will be the second edition of Leafs Timeout, of course. This is all about Maple Leafs news, anything Leafs that's going on. So in this video, we're going to be talking about a signing that's occurred in Toronto. It's breaking news as of today, and we're basically looking at, I'm going to talk a little bit about preseason, I'm going to go over some injuries and some experimentation that Coach Keefe seems to be doing with Toronto, chatter about that. And also, if there's anything else that's going on, we'll be talking about it. So with that, let's just get right into it. So first of all, we're going to be talking about the major signing that just broke today. Now, Rasmus Sandin, as we've been waiting for the last 2.5 months all summer, he basically broke a stalemate today because of a number of injuries that have occurred in the Maple Leafs lineup in the last few games in preseason. And he's gone ahead and signed a 2-year deal with Toronto worth $2.8 million, and his AAV is 1.4. Very, very affordable contract. Excellent deal for the Maple Leafs. This guy, I believe, has the potential to be an up-and-coming superstar. That's me. I mean, he has a little ways to go, of course, with maturing and improving his play, and he just needs more ice time. He needs to be on the ice. He needs to be out there, and I think he's going to get that chance now. So he signed a deal. According to, this is the website from the Maple Leafs. According to this, he is 22, of course, 16 points last year, 5 goals, 11 assists. So, I mean, long way to go. I think he's been touted as a defenseman who will be an offensive defenseman, of course. Now it's going to take some time to improve, but that's okay. But I'm happy he signed. I'm happy he's going to be on their lineup. As I said, there was a lot of injuries that came on really quick. It's been testing the Maple Leafs early, even though the season hasn't started yet. I'm happy to see this done. The next thing we're going to be talking about is that all these injuries. So it looks like Benn and Dahlstrom has had some injuries that just cropped up after the preseason game in Montreal. Toronto has also faced injuries, of course, with Jake Muzzin. Liljegren, he has had issues as well. He's going to be out for at least 6 to 8 weeks with a hernia surgery that he had. We'll go over Muzzin shortly, but according to Coach Keefe here, he is dealing with a groin injury. That would be Benn. Benn is dealing with a groin injury, and Dahlstrom is dealing with a shoulder injury. So there's obviously, it's going to take time for those two guys to come back into the lineup, which means it's going to test the Maple Leafs early on. With the fact that they just lost John Tavares as well to an oblique injury, a knee oblique muscle injury there a few games ago. Maple Leafs are going to have to do a lot of juggling. We just need to see how these players come out. Hopefully Dahlstrom and Benn heal up rather quick, because these guys might be, obviously they're going to be depth players for the Maple Leafs, but definitely let's hope for a quick, speedy recovery for all of our injured players. Another thing we're going to talk about, of course, Jake Muzzin. Now, Jake Muzzin was saying that he's had back discomfort. Now, apparently it's not really an injury according to this. This is a video. I haven't played the video yet. I'm not going to play the video, but anyway, he was saying that he's had basically been dealing with this injury for a long time as a younger player, like as a younger person. Hopefully this won't be a major factor. I mean, as we all know as Leaf fans, Jake Muzzin has had a good career with Toronto, but he has been plagued with injuries for a little while now and unfortunately it's in times when we need him the most, like in the playoffs. Muzzin, I mean, he is a great player in my opinion. I like what he's brought to the table with Toronto, so I also hope that he can play well enough. Anyway, he carries a $5 million cap hit, so we need him to play. But that's the latest for Jake Muzzin's back injury or back troubles that he's been having. Also, of course, Toronto played Montreal just recently. That was their last game. They're playing Ottawa tomorrow on September 30th, but Toronto blanked Montreal 3-0. Now, let's be fair, this team, they didn't have Montreal and Toronto, at least I know Montreal didn't ice much of a team in terms of high skilled players. They put on a lot of their AHLers, of course, but this is preseason. Preseason, I don't pay too much attention unless there's like major injuries like we talked about. However, Montreal, I mean, 3-0, it is what it is. The good news that came out of this, of course, is that Matt Murray played again. He had 2 periods. He let no goals in. He had 16 shots. Only played 2 periods, and Källgren, I believe, played the other 20. And again, he also had a shutout for that period. So right now, I mean, we're going to see how Samsonov and Matt Murray fare. I do like what I'm seeing with Matt Murray so far. I know it's early. I know, like we said in other videos, an injury around him is very possible, but most likely, but we'll have to see. I hope he's wrong. I'm wrong. I am hoping that this guy will pan out the way Kyle Dubas thinks he will. We'll have to see what happens, but so far, pretty good numbers. I mean, again, preseason, but hopefully Matt Murray will continue to improve and just become the starter player that we all hope he could be. Again, as I said before, I wasn't too much of a fan of this deal, but he's our goalie now. So that's how we have to go with it right now. Now, the last story I'm going to talk about, the news has been relatively light over the last few days. Apparently, for some reason, they're open to the experiment of Marner on defense in some situations. Now, I've seen Toronto do some interesting stuff with Mitch Marner, especially with the penalty kill. That's been something they've been doing actually for a little while. And it has worked out, especially in Toronto with Pierre Engvall, especially when Pierre Engvall and Marner. Now, what's good about Pierre and Marner is they have very fast skating. Those two guys can motor really quick. And I know that I guess the idea behind that was to get Marner and get your two fastest players out there, and then he's able to get the puck out and get a shorthanded goal. So, and it did work quite well last year. Now, this defense situation, now I haven't read too much on why they want to do this. I mean, this could just be preseason talk and preseason curiosity. I don't foresee Mitch Marner being in a defensive or a defenseman role at all. He's a forward and he scores a lot of points. That's his job. But they want to, apparently, like it says here, there could be opportunities in games where we might want to give him a look on defense, whether we're trying to score a goal. I mean, must be also related to like penalty killing. But it's a very peculiar thing to see that. But anyway, they're trying to be different. They're trying to think outside the box, and that's good. Morgan Riley also is now trying to do warm-ups as well on his opposite side. That is another thing I just read earlier. He's open to the idea. He's done it before in the past, but he moved back to his normal side where he normally plays, and they're going to see how he does. I think he'll be okay, but naturally, I think in the long term, he'll go back to where he should be, and we'll see how he plays. Basically, that's the news. There's not too much else to report. Toronto has been pretty quiet. I mean, they've had their media days, of course, and lots of different pundits have jumped in on basically what they think of the Maple Leafs and what's going to happen. Time will tell, but this Leafs Timeout episode was just for a quick update. So I want to say thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some value out of it. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you like what we're doing, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you want to get notifications to find out when we do more videos, which we intend to do an opening NHL special very soon before the season begins. I also were in discussion of the idea of even bringing in an idea of looking at pools and pool players and what would be best. We're not sure yet. But anyway, I just want to say thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Have a good one.